Back with Julianna Margulies here. They're just gossiping over there on the side during the commercial break.
Yes. Exactly.
Sunshine Girl, you decided to write a book about your life. Where does one start when you're looking back at a lifetime of stories?
That's a really good question, Ryan. It sort of was a very organic process because it didn't start out about I didn't necessarily want to write about my life. It sort of ended up that way. There's been a lot of iterations of the book. But I think I have to say the beginning of the genesis of the book, right after my last day on The Good Wife. So I had done 156 episodes for 7 years straight. And I got home and I felt funny. And I woke up at 3 in the morning. I had the chicken pox.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. And it was, and I write that in the preface. So this is sort of the genesis of the book, was the fact that for 3 weeks I was out, right? So I was in bed and I had never stayed home, ever. Right? I was always run, because if I wasn't working, I was taking care of the kid and blah, blah, blah. And so I finally had time, and my husband and I, we don't have a television in the bedroom, ever. Happy marriage. And so there was no TV to watch while I was trying not to scratch my eyes out.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I started to write. And I started to write about trying to shed what I had been doing for 7 years, which was always thinking like Alicia. I was always trying to think like my character. What are her lines? How would she react in this situation? What's really truthful? And I needed to shed her in order to find me again.
So interesting.
Yeah.
You think that chicken pox helped shed the skin?
Well, in a weird way.
Yeah.
It slowed you down. Yeah, like, the chicken pox slowed you down.
Yeah, the scabs all happen and then they all come off and it's like a new skin, right? So in a weird way, it was very organic what kind of happened. And then I started to wonder why Alicia really affected me so much in some parts of the show, especially the pilot, and why I couldn't let go of some of the sadness I felt for her. And that got me on this like, well, right, you grew up in instability and traversing the Atlantic Ocean to see each parent and never knowing where you were going to live. And all my friends had always told me, they were like, your story's so interesting, you should write a book. And I was always a bit afraid of it. And I thought, in order to really let this moment in my life happen where I'm forced to look at myself because I'm in bed sick, and that's how it started. So that was the genesis of the book.
Well, and so it's funny, it has to be, people say the word cathartic, but it had to be cathartic at that point because you really do have nothing else but your thoughts in those moments.
It's frightening.
Yes, right. No,
when you have nothing else but your thoughts.
Yeah.
But it is also, it's a great exercise. And even if you're not planning on writing a book, I think it's a great, I kept journals since I was 9 years old. And I have them all.
So
you have them all?
Wow. I have
You haven't
them all.
lost any of them?
No, I have all of them, which is a lot of reading. A lot of like, wait, what?
Yes.
But what a treasure to have all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able, for moments where I was like, wait, did that really happen?
You can go back and check.
I can look back and also, more than anything, feel what I was feeling as a child.
Yeah.
So I tried
did you
to
get
write,
did those emotions come back when you would read the words?
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah. And also because I lived in London and in England, and my father lived in New York, we wrote letters, right? We didn't have computers then or email.
Yeah, right, of course.
And my father saved every single letter I'd ever written to him. So I had 2 years, all through 11 and 12 years old, of every letter I wrote my father, and I wrote him at least twice a week.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So I was able to really track what I was going through. So the book is really a journey. It's really a, I guess, becoming a woman. This sort of journey that it takes from being this childhood in this chaotic environment, divorced parents, different countries, and then obviously I was always trying to fit in, so then it made sense to, what else was I going to do? I had to be an actress because I was always trying to be in someone else's shoes all the time.
That's right.
So it's the journey of that.
I love the title too, Sunshine Girl. It's a great title.
So
all organic. Sunshine Girl is available tomorrow everywhere books are sold. Julianna, so nice to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.